Hello and welcome to the Narc Alert, the channel where we look at YouTubers and others to see if they demonstrate any traits that fall within the spectrum of narcissistic personality disorder or NPD. These videos are for fun and entertainment purposes only, strictly my opinion, and remember, please don't send any snark to our possible narcs. So key points to remember: messy fun and not a diagnosis. Hello my lovely alerts, and welcome back to the Narc Alert. Well, it's Friday again, and it's so nice to have you all joined here. Tonight, we're going to take a look at part 2 of our year-end retrospective at AMBERLYNNS 2023. Tonight, we're looking at April, May, and June. They were a lot more exciting than the beginning of the year. Grab a buzzball, get cozy, and let's dive in. AMBERLYNN started out spring with high hopes, and she was even talking about going to Mexico for weight loss surgery. Or was she?
I have had some people ask me, why don't I go to like Mexico to get weight loss surgery? It's drastically cheaper, you know, you don't have to go through all these requirements, etc., etc. And the answer is pretty easy, especially now. I am following someone's journey on here on YouTube who went to Mexico to get their surgery done, and there was like not many requirements, like no therapy, nothing, and now they're struggling with like being afraid of food because they didn't have like the requirements of therapy beforehand, which now that I've started therapy and I've talked more to my psychologist, like the one who recommended therapy, that I do it, now that I understand more of the reasoning behind it, it makes sense, because I don't want to get my surgery and be afraid of food. And it just seems so unhealthy to me when getting weight loss surgery is supposed to be like a pivotal moment in your life that is healthy, and good things will be coming from that. You literally just go to Mexico, and I know you do like a little bit of lab work and stuff like that, and that's pretty much it. Like, therapy isn't required, to work on your past trauma isn't required, to work on your food issues isn't required, and I just find that to be strange, and I don't exactly agree with that, because, you know, the reason why we need weight loss surgery to begin with is because we have problems with food, and I don't want to go into surgery or get out of surgery and be afraid of food. I feel like going to Mexico for someone who is like a food addict is probably a bad idea, because of the lack of requirements and help that you need to put into yourself before you get the surgery.
Everyone was relieved to hear that Amber wasn't planning on going to Mexico, because she understood the importance of the mental health part of the weight loss surgery. Such a relief. But the rest of April wasn't without its controversies.
We're going to talk about Shrimpgate. Yes, we are. If you guys don't know about this era in my life, this was about 4 to 5 years ago, and I lost in only a couple of days about 12,000 subscribers, and here's why. Hey guys, okay, so we have another mukbang. We're going to eat shrimp with cocktail sauce. I don't know what that is, me going, that was weird. I will say that a lot of people still to this day talk about how I ate a whole thing of cocktail shrimp. So let's see how many I actually eat. I'm curious. Okay, so I'm really excited. Here we go. I haven't had this in, it's been a hot minute. Like, this is my life. I get to choose what I want to do with it. Just like the next person can choose. Like, do they want to smoke cigarettes? We all know where that goes. I recently watched a TikTok actually. Cardiovascular doctors were asked the same question and they all had the exact same answer.
What's one thing you would never do as a cardiologist?
I would never smoke, even if the packaging is appealing.
I would never smoke anything or do any stimulant drugs, methamphetamine or cocaine. Horrible for your heart.
I would never smoke, and I would not drink alcohol either. Not drink alcohol either. Not drink alcohol either.
Cheers. No one is deciding upon if they should support or like or dislike someone based on them smoking cigarettes, while smoking cigarettes is actively killing somebody, just like, you know, me being off track is also actively killing me.
By this point in time, there was much speculation that AMBERLYNN Reid's girlfriend was actually a smoker. Some think this is why she pulled out this no smoking rant at this particular time.
But it's like, why does cigarette smoking, just for the lack of a better example, get less heat than someone my size, you know, eating some shrimp on camera? It's just, it all boils down to one thing. Back then, I had more like, I don't give a fuck attitude, because I didn't care about my weight as much as I do now. I didn't care about what I was eating as much as I do now. I'm dead. So I ate half of that. Again, the whole thing was 405. I ate like 200 calories. Barely had any of the cocktail sauce. And still to this day, I am harassed about this fucking shrimp cocktail. I ate 200 calories. That's it. And I lost 12,000 subscribers. Feline actually just bought a bunch of clothes and gave me a little modeling sesh. And here's my modeling sesh for you guys. She fits good. This came today. Yes, we did. And it's the same brand that I'm wearing now. So I do not know how to pronounce this. And all of this stuff, like, I'm trying to build a connection with my audience and the people who do support me, and it is hard when there's so many people fighting against you. And I'm trying to find, sorry, it is emotional for me. I'm trying to find a balance. People weren't, you know, made to be critiqued by thousands, and I understand that this is like a choice that I made, being a YouTuber, but it's hard. It's very hard. And it's like, you only understand unless you've been in that situation, and it's just hard. Yeah, I feel like I'm rambling, but where do I see myself in 10 years? I want to be the healthiest and happiest I've ever been. I hope to have a home. I hope to be married, happily, healthily married. And I really, really hope that I've adopted. God, why am I so emotional? Like, what is happening? Okay, wow. I've always dreamt of being a mom, and I kind of got that stolen from me when I got cancer, so that was hard. And so Feline is currently cooking dinner, so if you hear sizzling manizzling, that's what's happening. We're doing like an Easter moment, okay? Where we both got each other some stuff. It's like an adult Easter basket without the basket. I just walked out for my appointment and look at the goodies, babe. So first things first, I have assumed that during surgery I would get my gallbladder removed, and so obviously I brought this up to my surgeon today, and I asked, okay, so during surgery, if I have gallstones still, since I was diagnosed with sludge in my gallstones, which is something completely different, and I let him know that, will you take out my gallbladder? Like, is that something you will do? And he said that he doesn't have like a full answer right now if he will or not until he sees more. So he's actually referring me to get an ultrasound of like my liver gallstone area. So that is something that is new, a new test that was just thought of like today in the appointment. So I will be getting that done, but he explained that sometimes, like, depending on the person, waiting to get your gallbladder taken out on a completely separate different time is actually better. So again, depends on the person. So we will see for me. So the whole 12 months to wait for me to get surgery, he said that was crazy. But the surgeon said like that 12 months thing was crazy. So he even said like, no, I want to meet her one-on-one. I want to have another second opinion. And that's when he got a second opinion. And that's when I was told, okay, let's do 12 therapy sessions. So that is still what stands, that I'm going to do these 12 therapy sessions, and we're going to see if, you know, my view towards food and the way that I treat food changes. And we're going to see if I improve in the next 3 to 4 months. And if I do, I will be getting weight loss surgery. When I first went there, I weighed in at 533 with clothes on, and I also had some earrings on. It doesn't matter. And the goal was to lose 1 pound. And so when I stepped on the scale, I was nervous, obviously. I actually lost 5 pounds since I last saw them. And I will show you the clip right here. Everyone thinks I'm over 600 pounds, so. What is it? Is it bad? I'm gonna say 535.
528.5.
Oh! As you can kind of see, I was like kind of shocked. Feline was the one filming and she clicked off too soon, but like I was literally so shocked.
One of Amber's more memorable controversies of the year was, of course, her issue with the Strawberry Hill Bakery. A very kind subscriber had sent her some Easter goods to help her celebrate. They were cultural favorites from her family, but Amber did not react so well to the gift. It comes as no surprise to anybody that Amber has once again completely missed the point.
We need to talk. Where shall we go? So, I'm gonna play this clip right here and then explain to you what we need to talk about. But there comes a time where it's like, you guys, I'm not the fucking problem. But this is the shit that I deal with outside of the fucking camera. You guys won't even believe the shit that I have to deal with. And it's just part of the problem. So after I uploaded that clip and people were speaking about it, people were coming for me saying how horrible and rude I was. Like, how could I do that to a company? They were just trying to be nice to send me something. I was like, what is happening? So many people were thinking that I was dissing a company who was sending that to me just so I could show it in my video, when I was trying to explain that no, this was sent in malice. But then I started feeling, for the lack of a better term, gaslit into thinking, oh my god, like, are these people right? Like, was it the company who sent this to me? In my gut, I didn't think so, but like, I was afraid. I didn't want the company to have like this added stress around their company, obviously, around their business. Like, I felt horrible. So I ended up contacting them and I sent them this message.
Hi, this is AMBERLYNN Reed. I received an order by this company in my P.O. box, and I'm wondering if it's from you directly or if someone ordered it sent to me?
Where I could just get a final answer.
Hello, AMBERLYNN. We've been following this story since posting. I'm not sure what to make of it. I do know that the order was not sent by someone in our company. The order was placed online on March 22nd with a request to ship for an Easter holiday arrival. If you still have the packing slip, there's a line listed above the items that should list the sender's name. Or if you have the shipping box, it'll be listed at the bottom of the shipping label as well.
Which I did not think it was. So I ended up responding as well, saying how I felt bad because people were like going to their pages and like leaving Google reviews about me, just like kind of crazy things. Like, this like got bigger than I thought it was gonna be. So I felt super bad for the company, while my video about the fat shaming wasn't about the company. It was about the person who sent me food. Now that this company was involved, like, I started feeling horrible. So when they told me, no, it wasn't us who sent that to you, I just felt horrible. So I told them that I'm gonna order from them, and what I do end up ordering, I am going to donate to the homeless shelter.
Sure, Jan.
Welcome to a new video. So this one is just gonna be dedicated to what you guys send me in my PO box. So before I start, if you guys want to send me anything, you can send me anything you want. Just keep it nice though, and please, I request, do not send food.
Spring also brought us lots of P.O. Box content from AMBERLYNN Reed, where every week she would open dozens of gifts from her loving subscribers who knew always exactly what she wanted and needed.
So we're gonna see how you guys prefer my P.O. Box videos just separately. If I notice that you guys aren't liking it, then I can rethink it. It is something that's gonna stay on my channel though, regardless, because I do like when I get letters and stuff from you guys. I love it so much. So we're just gonna see how this goes. So let's get into it. So I do want to usually don't open this many at once. I just really wanted to open these and just know that I appreciate you guys so much, like from the bottom of my heart. Like, some of you know me so well, and I had so much fun this video. Again, here's my P.O. box if you guys want to send me anything. All right, you guys, so if you remember, Feline got a tattoo. It is currently in the stages of peeling, and it looks disgust. So once it is done healing, we will show you the final. I don't know, in my heart, I was like, something's not right. So I ended up calling to get my results because I never was told my results. And it turns out I do have a hernia, folks. And the fact that I like knew that before being told that, I'm 32 years old. I don't think I could go to college to be a doctor at this point. But it's like, I feel like in my past life, I was a doctor or a nurse. Can it be fixed in weight loss surgery? So that was like the first question I asked, and they said that sometimes they'll do that and sometimes they won't. So it honestly just depends. But since I got that test done, my hernia has obviously grown because I didn't have like that bulge when I got my appointment. I know this is weird, but I want to show you guys where my hernia is. So this is a dress. This is one of my favorites. I love this dress so much, and I'm not wearing a bra, sorry. So it's like right here. When I lay down, it just gets a little bulge. You don't notice it when I'm standing. This is how I've always looked. But then when I like lay flat, like pretty flat, and like kind of arch my back a little bit, you see the bulge. So that's unfortunate. So I have not done story time. It's been a long time. Might be some years. And there is something that happened to me about a month ago that I do want to talk to you guys about. I was watching the show, and all of a sudden it felt like someone literally took my invisible oxygen cord of life and completely cut it off. They just took it, cut it. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't talk. I was choking on a very big piece of potato that I literally didn't chew. What I went through that day was choking, and Feline saved my life. I couldn't breathe. There was not a single piece of air that escaped me. I couldn't speak. There was no coughing. There was nothing was happening. I started hitting on Feline's arm, going like this. It literally, like, that's literally the best way to describe it, is like someone took like the cord of life and just cut it. And once she realized what was happening, she was trying to get behind me, and I actually all the food ended up spilling all over the floor. Like, my body, I started feeling like all over my body, just like needles were going inside of me. And my vision, I started seeing dots and like splotches, and I pooped my pants. I was like actually dying. Like, people die of choking every single day, and it was honestly terrifying. If she wasn't there, I would have died. So obviously I'm a bigger body, and I don't know if like CPR, Heimlich, whatever it may be, would have worked, but she started beating on my back, like beating. And thankfully by doing that, I think it dislodged, and I ended up puking out it was like a potato this big, dislodged. It just like went across the room. And I know for a lot of people this is going to be funny. It's going to be humorous. It's going to be something that people make usernames about and make fun of me about for a long time, but
She choked on good old seafood boil, and then she crapped her pants. It's time to learn another TikTok dance.
reality is I could have died that day, and that's a crazy way to go. Choking on a potato. So I should have taken a picture, but I do want to tell you guys my weight from my scale at home, and then I want to show you guys, because I did remember to film it, the weight that I had on the scale at the office. So my weight at home today was 521.8. So I was expecting to be around, I would say about 525. That is what I was expecting. So here is the clip. So there it is. The dietitian was actually really proud of the progress I made, and we sat and we talked and we chatted.
And then I'm sure she cried, applauded, and held you. Because everybody is so proud of you, Amber. Despite her weight loss surgery journey going exceptionally well, according to her, and being in just the best, most romantic, happiest relationship in the world, there seemed to be some trouble behind the scenes. And at the end of May, Amber took a bit of a break and left us hanging until early June.
So I'm sure you guys have noticed I have been taking a little bit of a break from YouTube. So that's why I stopped my uploading schedule, and I don't really know what my schedule is going to be like in the future, to be honest. I'm kind of just filming a little bit here and there, and then we'll see how I feel, because for months now I've just been filming or editing every single day. I've been on Instagram, keeping up my online appearance, which is part of my job, and I just feel like it's time for a little break. So by the time you guys see this, obviously my break isn't happening anymore, but for now it is.
It was June when AMBERLYNN's ex Destiny took to live streams and started spilling a bit of tea to try and make a bit of cash for her upcoming wedding. This didn't sit well with Amber, and she called into one of Destiny's live streams, and off they went.
So let's talk about live streams, Destiny, that whole situation. So I was putting a lot of my time into the whole trying to clear up my name and try to share my side of the story of a relationship that I had 8 years ago. A relationship that means nothing to me now. A lot of things that Destiny was saying was bringing up obviously old trauma, like the things with her mom and Destiny cheating on me and what Destiny did to her dog. That is why during live stream era I said that I didn't like her and I thought she was a horrible person, and my opinion still stands by that, regardless of anything else. And just this whole thing has made me realize that like I was putting way too much time into that whole Destiny live stream thing instead of putting time into myself. There comes a time where it's like, bro, let's move on. Another thing I really want to quickly just talk about is that for the last few weeks, I have not been on track with my eating. I have gone back to ordering takeout, and this is something that I was terrified to tell my dietitian and my therapist. I was very, very scared. I was completely honest, and the way that they took it, like, shocked me and like put me back into reality, that like YouTube isn't reality. The response that I get on YouTube isn't reality. YouTube isn't what I should be answering to. This is just a way for me to share my life. And yeah, my therapist and my dietitian were like, I am so proud of you for being honest. Like, this is like the perfect step to take. It's showing that you are ready. And I actually told my therapist a week ago during my therapy session, obviously, but then I told my dietitian through email because I didn't have an appointment. And I just want to read to you the first part back that my dietitian sent me. First of all, I am proud of you. Thank you for your email. Thank you for your openness and transparency with your therapist and now me. This demonstrates to me that you are more ready for surgery now than even some post-op patients I have worked with in the past have ever allowed themselves to be. It takes a lot of courage to open up about your struggles, so I appreciate that you shared that with me. Let's talk about weight loss surgery. So I finished my 12 sessions. I was approved by my therapist. I then was approved by my dietitian, and my next step was to meet with a surgeon to talk over everything that I've done and to set a surgery date. I would say it's been over a month where I have felt disconnected from weight loss surgery, like I wasn't ready. And there is a lot of personal reasons why I chose this decision. I have chosen to postpone weight loss surgery. There's a lot of personal reasons that made me come up with this decision. I am not saying that weight loss surgery is never going to happen. I'm simply saying that it is postponed for now. My dietitian said that even though I have decided to postpone it, that I'm still their patient, that she will always be there for me. They will always be there for me. Whatever help I need, whatever guidance I need. And I just appreciated that so much. I was very scared to let them know about my decision. Like, even now I'm just like stumbling on my words because I feel so bad about the whole thing. Like, I was putting a lot of hard work trying to get the surgery, and I know that a lot of you wanted me to get it, but I realized, like, in my gut that there was a lot of things telling me not to do it. And for a minute there, I stopped thinking of myself and I was like thinking of everyone else and how badly everyone wants me to be a success story, and I get that. But going under for surgery is very scary at my size.
Thank you all for joining me at this part 2 of 4 look at AMBERLYNN's year in retrospective, 2023. How exciting is it gonna get for July? If you liked the video, please click like, grab a membership, get into the Discord, you know, do all those YouTube-y things. I can't wait to see you at the live tomorrow. And until I do, please be kind. And hasta luego.